Harper One and HarperAudio present Self-Sabotage and Other Ways I've Spent My Time by Jeffery Self. This is the author. To Augie, Cheech, and the Boys of Dune House. Everybody's Got a Sack of Rocks. Elaine Stritch. Introduction. Hello, and welcome to my book. You there. Yes, you. That's a really lovely hat you're wearing. Oh, really? Are you sure? All right then. Well, it's a really lovely hairdo. There are a few reasons you may be holding this book. First possible reason. You glued it to your hand on a dare. In which case, congrats. You won the dare, I guess. Cool. But also, come on, you're an adult. Unless you're not an adult, in which case, I'm going to politely ask you to put this book down right away. Another possible reason maybe you're holding this bad boy because, actually, let's not gender my book so quickly out of the gate. This bad book. Nope. Strike that. This book. By me, a boy. Some might even say a bad boy. Ugh, that's not it either. I'm a bad man. Wait, no, sorry. Let's just start over because we're really getting off on the wrong foot here. Oh, I'm standing on your foot? Jesus Christ, I am so sorry. Let's all just take a deep breath for a second. Okay? We good? Good. The next reason you might have picked up this book is that maybe you just like the cover. That is totally valid, and I'm sure John Gray is as proud of it as I am. But I hope you'll continue actually reading it, or at least, most important, buying it. Another possible reason you picked up this book is the extremely unlikely chance you know who I am. I won't flatter myself and pretend that this minuscule group of people is anything more than a small cluster of like-minded degenerates who enjoy Christine Baranski and sucking dick as much as I do, but while we're on those two subjects, R.I.P. Stephen Sondheim. The ragtag band of folks who could have actually chosen this book on purpose may have seen me in something like my comedy sketches with the remarkable Cole Scola from 1,900 years ago, or the TV show Search Party, which I was on for 5 seasons. No, I was not the lead. Or even the second or third or fourth or fifth lead. 6? Why are we counting? I was on it, damn it. When it comes to what has laughably been referred to as my career, things like no one remembering me from a show I was once on have gone from something that used to destroy my feelings to yet another thing I throw into the bed of my mental pickup truck. A beat-up, gas-guzzling hunk of rusted metal filled to the sky with my endless collection of tedious, time-wasting triggers. I have squandered far too many of my previous years sinking into self-loathing despair when faced with a situation where something I acted in comes up, and upon mentioning that I was in it, am met with a blank stare. The person, let's say a gorgeous, curly-haired musical theater graduate from Carnegie Mellon and a still damp from the beach square-cut Speedo I found myself trying to impress at Middle T on Fire Island, who has just claimed it's their absolute #1 favorite show of all time, will look at me, his almond-colored eyes and box-cutter-sharp bone structure both dazzling yet slightly flawed, like looking at Tom Holland through a keyhole, and say, no you weren't. In my darkest hours, ladies and gentlemen, I have argued my case, and never once has that not been followed by a wave of self-loathing. Which brings me to the self in this book's title. Perhaps yet one more reason you picked up this book. Maybe you saw the word self and thought this might be some form of self-help book where you could learn how to get out of your own way, to stop being your own worst enemy, to stop making choices you know on a gut level are the wrong ones, to forgive yourself. And to those readers, I say, sort of, but also not really. I am a manic depressive, and the pages you're about to read are probably best described as a word-based roller coaster through the chaos that is the unfortunate theme park of my mental health. Grab a funnel cake, but don't get too comfortable. I'm certainly not. I've approached these stories from a place of self-reflection and an attempt to explore all the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?